Welcome to today's episode of Math Mastery, where we explore the exciting world of addition. Whether you're just starting out or looking to brush up on your skills, this lesson is designed to be fun and engaging. Addition is all about combining groups to find out how many there are in total. We'll be diving into key concepts through interactive examples and maybe even some games. So grab a pencil, get ready to count, and let's embark on this mathematical adventure together. Let's jump right in. Addition is a fundamental math skill. When we add, we use a symbol called the plus sign, which looks like this, a simple cross, or plus. This sign tells us to combine numbers to find out how many we have altogether. For instance, if you start with 2 cookies, and your friend gives you 3 more cookies, how would you figure out how many cookies you have now? You would write it as 2 plus 3, which equals 5. So, the total number of cookies you have is 5. Fun fact, the answer to an addition problem is called the sum. So in this case, the sum is 5. Now, let's look at an example using pictures. Imagine you have 3 stars. How many stars would you have if I added 2 more stars? You can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many stars is that? Yes, 3 stars plus 2 stars equals 5. What a great introduction to addition using visuals. Now, knowing your addition facts up to 10 is super important because it helps you add faster. For instance, when we talk about facts like 1 plus 9 equals 10, or 2 plus 8 equals 10, these are the building blocks of addition. Let's think about balloons. If you have 4 red balloons and 6 blue balloons, how many balloons do you have in total? That's right. You would add 4 plus 6 and get 10. Now, let's discuss a special rule in addition. When you add 0 to any number, that number stays the same. 0 is the number that represents nothing. For example, if you have 7 crayons and you add 0 more, you still have those 7 crayons. So, if I ask you what 7 plus 0 is, you'd know the answer is 7. Isn't that interesting? Next, I want to share an amazing property of addition called the commutative property. This property tells us that when we add numbers, we can change their order and still get the same result. So, for instance, if you know that 3 plus 5 equals 8, you can also say that 5 plus 3 equals 8. Isn't that cool? Let's turn that around. If you have 2 and you add 6, you get 8. Can you turn it around to find another way to say that? That's right. The turnaround fact is that 6 plus 2 equals 8. Now let's discuss doubles. Doubles are pretty fun to learn because they're when you add a number to itself. So think about it. What is 2 plus 2? Yes, it's 4. How about 3 plus 3? Right again, it equals 6. If you have 5 red marbles and you add 5 blue marbles, how many do you have in total? Perfect. That's 10 marbles altogether. Next, we sometimes need to add 3 numbers together, and there's a clever way to do this. What you can do is look for pairs of numbers that add up to 10 first, then add your third number. For instance, if you have 3, 4, and 7, what could you add first to help? Yes, 3 and 7 make 10. Then you add 4, which gives you a total of 14. Let's practice together. If you have 2, 5, and 8, which 2 numbers would you add first to get to 10? That's it. You'd add 2 and 8, which makes 10, and then add 5 for a total of 15. Now, let's move on to a real-world example. Imagine you're at the playground. There are 7 children happily swinging. Then, 4 more friends show up to join. To find out how many children are swinging now, we just need to add. So, what do we have? Exactly. 7 plus 4 equals 11. Fantastic job. We are making such great progress. Next, I'd like to introduce you to something really helpful for addition, the number line. Why? Because it helps you visualize adding by counting up. For example, let's say you want to add 5 and 3. You start at the number 5 on the number line and make 3 jumps to the right. Let's jump together. Jump 1 takes us to 6, jump 2 takes you to 7, and jump 3 lands you on 8. So, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Wonderful. But what if we start at 6 and make 4 jumps to the right? Can you tell me where we land? Yes. That's right, 10. Now, we have one last addition problem. Let's imagine Sarah. She starts with 9 cool stickers, and then her friend gives her 8 more stickers. How many stickers does Sarah have now? This can be a little tricky. You could think of the doubles fact, where 8 plus 8 equals 16, and then add one more because Sarah started with 9. So, 9 plus 8 equals 17. Wow, you all did an excellent job today learning about addition. Remember, practice makes you even better at math, and the more you work with these facts, the faster and more confident you will become. Today, we learned about the wonderful world of addition. We discovered how addition brings groups together using the plus sign. We practiced with counting, pictures, and even real-world examples, like children at a playground. We explored important facts up to 10, the commutative property, and doubles. Remember, addition is about combining things, and with practice, you can become an addition expert. Keep using what you've learned to tackle more problems and reinforce your skills. Thank you for joining our episode on addition. We hope you enjoyed this adventure in learning. Remember to keep practicing with games and activities to make mastering addition even more fun. If you liked today's lesson, be sure to tune in next time for more math fun. Until then, happy counting and see you soon.